up a little bit. This thing keeps getting stuck all the time. Like yesterday, my knees pray. Okay, I gotta press a whole bunch of DTF shirts. This is the design that I did for the client. Let's see if you can see it. Wherever the camera is. There. Can't figure out which camera is out there. Anyways, so of course everybody knows you're supposed to pre-press. I pre-pressed for too long because this thing doesn't have a temporary press. You can shut it off. And what I do is I fold it in half. Now I have these set already. The lasers on here. So if you fold it in half, it should get you relatively straight and in the middle. I just use a piece of wax paper for the top. You can use the same one over and over and over again. This is a double press from China. This is not it's a Stahl's knockoff. But I love this press. The only thing I don't like about this press is they sell a few flavors of this thing. And of course I got the cheapest one. There's a 220 volt one, and then there's a 110 volt one, and I got the 110 volt, and it works fine. It works great. The only issue with it is it takes quite a while to heat up. Like I literally can go and probably have about 2 smokes before it'll be up to temperature. Now I know if anybody's watching this someday, you're gonna say, well, he's crazy. He's putting on those shirts. Pressing them 3 times. And you're right, it's crazy. But you know what's even more crazy? Getting shirts coming back. And that has happened to me. So that is why I'd probably take the longest ever to do each shirt. But it's Sunday morning and I got my Casey Kasem on, and you know what? It's all right. It is all right. So for some reason, these DTFs, see if we can get that in the camera. Nope. I don't know where the camera is. These DTFs, you gotta let them cool. You let them cool, then they're cool and they come right off. Easy. The cord from my headphones is pretty short. I did not bring the extension. And this heat press, it makes quite a bit of noise because I'm upstairs on the second floor. And when this showed up from China, I was here by myself. So I got the brilliant idea of taking it all apart to get it up the stairs. I think it weighs around 800 pounds when it's all together. Something like that. It's heavy. It is very heavy. So in this shop, everything gets pre-pressed. And then everything gets double pressed. And unfortunately, see, I got smaller pallets for this press, but I like, without stretching the shirt, I like having it as big as possible. I find it easier to center up because you can see on each side. These are ATC's S1000s, which or these are the Y version, the youth version. Yeah. But the S stands for side seams, which makes your life a lot easier. To get it centered. I'll tell you, when you're screen printing, these are a dream. That is something I suck at, trying to get it in the center. And that's a finished shirt. Let's move my phone. Looks great. You want to see it? Looks great. So I already did all the youth small, youth medium, and youth large are all done. I'm working on, now I'm on youth extra large. I gotta find my wireless headphones somewhere, man. This is driving me crazy. I got two sets somewhere, and I know I say this every time I'm on camera, but I gotta find them. And the other thing I always say when I'm on camera is, if you're wondering what I'm listening to, it's on the screen. And Sunday mornings is my time. So Casey Kasem, 70s. This is 1971. What I'm listening to. Yeah, see how that makes all that noise? I have a ton more to do with these. I'm pretty sure nobody goes through all this trouble. Like, I was talking to a fellow there the other day, or well, I guess it wasn't the other day, a couple of 3 weeks ago. He was telling me he was working for a company and they went out of business. He was a manager there or something. Anyways, I asked him, he said they had sold these really expensive hoodies. Like, really expensive hoodies. Some Canadian manufacturer. Anyways, they pressed a bunch of stuff, like tons of them, and people started bringing them all back. So I asked him how long he was pre-pressing the hoodies, and he said, "Oh no, we didn't pre-press them." Like, I don't know if that's what put them out of business. Probably not. It was probably a bunch of things, but the fact that they didn't pre-press them when you're supposed to get the moisture out. There's a little something on there. Anyways, so yeah, it takes me a long time to make a shirt. I should time myself one of these days and see if I even make any money doing this, or if I'm just doing this for my own thrill for Sunday mornings. I think I have about 75 of these I gotta do. And pressing shirts is not much fun. It's probably even worse to sit here and watch somebody press shirts. A lot of people say those lasers are pointless, but I love them. So this is a 2-station press. I should be using both of them, but at my age, this is the good speed for me. So this the actual Stalls press, it's, I don't know what it is. It's like between 12 and 16,000 Canadian, I think it is. Now, they have, like I say, they have different ones. They have the 220s and also the automatics that move over. They have electric. Like the pressing part is electric, not this is pneumatic, I guess it's called. It's done with air. So I just have a hose running downstairs into my air compressor that I use for screen printing and filling up tires or whatever. If you see me stop every once in a while, that's just me. I forget what I'm doing most of the time. Hold. Looks good. Peel it off. You can end up with a lot of garbage up here. Just from the, this is my room I use for vinyl. And yes, I know it's messy. On some shirts, I especially notice with the royal blue, you'll see a mark wherever you cut out the transfer. It's not permanent, but I did I forget what it was, like 30 shirts or something, and I wondered why it had this mark. Of course, when you cut out a transfer, you don't cut it out like perfectly square or anything. You just cut it out. Because I try and get as many transfers on one sheet that I can. Because they're expensive. I don't make them. I buy them. I would love to have a DTF printer. The only thing is the maintenance. I don't trust myself. Like I swapped over a printer and made it into eco solvent. And I got the print heads all gummed up. Doesn't seem to do that with sublimation. It will do that with blackout ink though for screen printing. So if you use an all black system for screen printing, make sure you print with it fairly regularly. If not, run a test print every couple of days at least, so your print heads don't get all gummed up. I know that looks crooked, but it's not. It's just how I got it on the palette. My theory is it doesn't really, on the second press, it doesn't really matter how it goes on as long as it gets pressed. I don't know how many more extra larges I got left. I think I had 7. Those are adult small. And we definitely did not do 7 shirts. And I thought it was 7. Let's take a look. Youth extra large 7. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to find 3 more. 1. There's 2 more. They play some crazy musics. I wonder how many people are asleep from a hangover. Not me today. So I wanted to get this job done. I got another one to do just like this, actually. They're not bad. Boring. Very boring. I don't think I could do it without tunes. I got to check how many I have left of these, because the way I do it is, especially for a group like this, where the customer doesn't really know how many of what sizes. So I'll sell them extra transfers because it's cheaper by the sheet, as you probably know. And then I just keep them here. And let's say they have, 5 or 10 more kids wanting to play or do this, whatever this looks like, a hockey camp or something. Anyways, then I could just make them. And I put them all in pizza boxes because that's probably the cheapest way to keep them organized. The only thing that concerns me is I'm sure there's a proper way to store these. Now where I am, upstairs here, she gets really hot. So you can't see it, but there's a air conditioner on the wall, or a heat pump on the wall. And it's on all summer. It's set at 73, but actually cools downstairs too. I don't know how, but it does. And then I guess the thing is I wasn't sure about is, do you put them in baggies or don't put them in baggies? Huh. I know I read somewhere where you're not supposed to store your shirts in cardboard boxes. So I don't know if you're supposed to have more moisture on transfer or less moisture on transfer. I stick those silicone packets in there. I don't know if that's better or worse for them, I'm not sure. Anyways, what's everybody else out there doing this morning? I bet you're not doing this. Hopefully you don't have a hangover. Well, we're in Atlantic time, so imagine not too many people are up in the world. Is it not even 9 o'clock yet, is it? Oh, just 9:07. Just turned 9. So I would think most people are in Eastern Standard Time. So it'd be only 8 o'clock in the morning. Just us old dogs that are probably up. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I definitely got to check to see if that is going to look stupid. Oh, I screwed this up here. because the reason why I'm saying that is because I got adult shirts for kids and I'm not sure what to do because I assume they're for bigger kids, right? And I don't want to put, I'm not sure if I want to put a bigger print on there or not, if that, you know, makes the bigger kids stand out or whatever. I don't know. I'll have to see what it looks like, I guess. Obviously, you don't want to offend anybody. It's nice having that air conditioning up here because it cools these prints off like instantly. Once I get this stack done, I'll only have 11 adults due and they're only front left chest, so that is really nice. I don't like the smell of DTF. I mean, I would rather screen print everything, but the customers, this, you see there, that print is white, black, and a green. So it'd be 3 screens. Plus an underbase. If you want to do it right. Just 4 screens. And that's if you only have one size. I've got 2 sizes of this print. That'd be 8 screens. And then theoretically you'd be able to fit the front left chest on one of those screens, on those 4 screens. But still, I don't think anybody's going to pay for that. DTF is okay as long as you don't have the whole thing DTF. Like, all right, I'm missing one shirt. I am missing a shirt. And there it is. I don't know any of this music they're playing this morning. I know who they are. Like, oh, I've heard this song before. Donny Osmond. I can't imagine he would have been very old in 1971. 1971, how old was I? 1971, I was 2 years old. My lint roller I don't want to take this off for the second press, but when it's sitting on, I am getting low on these. I got to do a count. Because like I say, he paid for some to be used down the road, and I think it was quite a few. I don't want to order more. I'll tell you, Not all DTF suppliers are the same. This one here is out of Quebec. I like his work. He understands how the white underbase works. The local one, well, local to me, she's an hour away, I guess, a little over an hour. She doesn't. Nice lady and everything. And anytime I've ever had concerns, she's always resolved it and didn't charge me. But you can't do that all the time. But it doesn't matter how many times I told her that she's not doing the underbase correctly. Like, you're just supposed to do choking right around. This is a bad example, but because everything's white. But there should be just a like 1 or 2 pixel choking of white underbase on there. But what she does is her registration's off, and you'll get white on one side, or sometimes you get white all the way around it. Even there might not even be any white in the design, but you'll still get a white outline on it. And I mean, I still use her. And she's more expensive. But if I need something right away, like that, and it's only like for 1 or 2 shirts or whatever, like I'm gonna have to go down there on Tuesday for sure, because I got probably 4 or 5 transfers I need to pick up. So it's not worth it, obviously, to have them shipped from Quebec. He used to only be $6. Why is this looks crooked here, does it? I hope I got this shirt on. It's just me. All right, that's fine. All right, now we gotta count how many. How many transfers we have left? Still a few here. And decide what we're gonna do. And put adult ones or bigger ones. I got 11-inch ones back there. I can never remember what my plan was. These are really nice. All right, let's see what I had. So as far as extras for youth, he's got 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what he's paid for in extras. What happened to my music? They do that sometimes. Oh, back on. All right. So he's paid for 11 extras. Let's see what we got here. What we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 1, 2, 3 extra. And how many men's small was it? It's 5. So I'm not sure. Like a men's small is basically the same size as a a youth extra large. They're basically the same size. All right, see if I can reach that. Take these headphones off. All right. Okay, let me see. Yeah, these are quite a bit bigger. So I could use, let me see, what did I say? I had 11? I forgot what I said. I think I had 14. So I think what I'm going to do because I think that's going to look weird on a, let's see how big this is. The only thing is you're going to have like 2 kids with like a bigger thing on it, and I don't know if they're, I just think it's going to look weird having a, so what did I say? 5, 8, 9, 10. 5, 8, 10. Oh, you dummy. What are you talking about? I need 7. Oh, so that's okay. I need 5 men's small, 1 men's medium, 1 men's large. So it's 7 and 5 is 75 is 13, and I've got 14. So I'm okay. Right? I have 1 extra. Let me double check that. I just don't want some kids to look. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a good tune. Yeah. We have a plan. That's what we're going to do. Just maintain the same sizes so the bigger kids don't look strange. But I'll have to look on the shirt and see. Actually, this actually feels smaller than the youth extra large. Or it could be just me having trouble loading it. I don't want to stretch these shirts. Oh, I lost my mop top. I didn't even know it. Nobody wants to look at that mess. shuffle them up. All right. Yeah, these are about the same size as Youth Extra Large. I think they're just longer. I think this was during this song was during Beatles' drug era. I mean, don't get me wrong, just about all their music is great, but it's definitely different than what it was before. I don't know, should we make a new paper? Absolutely no reason at all. I think we're going to get this job done today. That's what I think. So what did I say? 5 men small. So it's 1, 2. Oh, this cord is crazy. 3. I put those neck tags on ahead of time. I have a policy for that every shirt has to have a neck tag. I know it's a waste of money, but I just think that as time goes by, once I get a little more well known, as long as I keep doing a good job, they'll say, "Where'd you get that shirt done?" Oh, I don't know. It says on my collar. Even though that's not the business name. All right. After all that tomfoolery, we're back on it again. Better clean my... This is a crazy lint brush because it leaves one line in it. Oh, one line in it every time. Sorry, I don't know. I got so many cameras around me, I don't know which camera is which. I mean, I can see it, but $200 a week, eh? This is Jackson 5. Must be Jackson 5. That's what we're talking about. I was right. Said that in 1971, 4 of them were not even old enough to vote. I mean, you can say what you want about Michael, but he was a talented fella. That's for sure. I forgot to roll that. I think when I get these done, I'm going to go downstairs and fold them. And then I only have the adult ones left, which is fantastic. I read somewhere that, I don't know where, they say that if you don't lint roll your shirts, the lint will poke through on the transfer. I've never seen that happen ever, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything by lint rolling it. If anybody's good at having to do shirts twice, 3 times, that would be me. I'm the master. That is why I'm trying to avoid that. All right. I'll have to turn the music off downstairs. Hopefully you can't hear it through here. It's on really low. I really got to get this place cleaned up, as I say every time. All right, boys and girls, we're cooking. I should time myself. Yes, I know I'm ridiculously slow, but I should time myself to see. These shirts are probably the cheapest shirts you can buy, but I love them. Like I say, they got side seams on them. They're a boxy style shirt, so not everybody likes that style. But some people love them. I guess it's all how you're built. What is that? I'm gonna hook to spit on that thing. All right. Anyways, I got 8 of those on a print or on a sheet. But I stick a bunch of other stuff on there too. Like I'll put the hats because it's circles, so you get all that extra space. It's a 22 by 39 sheet, and so instead of wasting you're paying for that space anyways. You may as well stick stuff on there. Could be another customer's stuff too, whatever. It was $18.50 for 22 by 39, so I get 8 of those on there. Now, if you're in the States, you're probably thinking, oh my God, that's crazy expensive. I don't know what is. I'm sure you guys pay a lot less than that. But, so you get 8 of them on there. So let's say 8 divided by 20 is what? 2 is 16. 250. 250 times 8, 20 bucks. Yeah, so that's $2.50 for each transfer, these small ones. And the shirt is $3 something. So let's say the shirt's $3.50. So it's $3.50 and $2.50. And $2.50. That's $6. And I don't know what I marked down for my neck tags, but that's and I get 14, so 6 minus 14, so I only get $8 a shirt, and then I could do the neck tags. So no, I am not going to make any fortunes like this, but I am curious to see how many I do in an hour or something, so I can, if I do 10 an hour, I still got to pay for electricity. Now I don't have a shop, or I have a shop, but it's in my garage, so I pay electricity and water and all that stuff, but I don't have to pay the commercial rent. Plus, I could just run around here, which I normally do, with no socks and shoes on in the summertime, sometimes even in the wintertime. I don't like wearing socks and shoes. I gotta slow down. I can see myself trying to rush things here, thinking about how long this is gonna take me to do. That's not so bad, I guess, you know. I'm sure everybody else makes a lot more money than that, but it's okay for me. There's a toe topper. I don't know if I should. I have a tendency to bring them down a little bit, the bigger the shirts, just slightly. I figure if I get this done, I got a bunch of, there's a local ball team, I got to make some, I do their fan gear, so I know I got to replenish what they're missing and do that. But if the sun comes out, she could be a beer day. Maybe. This monitor is in the way. That's another thing about this thing. You got to be careful. There's this rubber on top, this rubber pad. It moves. So you got to check it, because you could be lining up in the center, but the rubber pad might be jiggled its way out. I don't know if it takes me an hour to do 10. It probably doesn't. I like how Casey Kasem does this. You gotta be careful too. You don't have, sometimes you get, if the ink will transfer onto this paper, and then you'll transfer it onto the next sheet. All right. We are cruising along. I don't know if that looks down too low. I'm not sure. I think on the next size, I'm not going to lower it. I just find if you have a smaller print, to lower it down a little bit. That's just me. Because if it was too, I think it would look strange if it was sitting up high and it's only, this is only, I don't know what this is, 10 inches maybe? No, probably, I don't know what it is, 9 maybe? You know, guys, we don't know. What am I doing? I almost messed that up. I forgot to double press it. I keep hearing screws coming out of this thing. I don't know where they're coming from. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Oh, I've heard this before. Surprised they don't play this nowadays, the way they go on. I'm thinking back in 1971, this was probably appropriate, but I don't know about now. Weird time. The Vietnam War. I think they would have trouble getting the youth out nowadays. First of all, they wouldn't want to let go of their phones. And I don't say that derogatory because I think they're smart enough to know that not to fall for the JFK. Yeah, I've heard this before. It's good. Pretty powerful. I don't know if you call this a song. I guess it's a song. The compilation. All right. We got one more small to do, and then we've got one men's medium and one men's large. And hopefully these little ones don't look strange on there. It's funny they don't play this song. The only time I ever hear it is on Casey Kasem. I never hear it anywhere else. This must be Bobby Kennedy. It is Bobby Kennedy. Gotta like that Boston accent. All right. That's the last small. Man, this is long. This song. What the? They didn't even put up what it is. That's weird. Oh, this is Jackson 5. Okay. Pretty, very powerful song anyways. I did not know it was Jackson 5. No, it's not Jackson 5. It's Tom Clay, he said. And I wonder why the thing's not changing. That's weird. The music's not changing on the screen. It stopped after Jackson 5. I don't know why. It's not refreshing. I should pay attention to what I'm doing, because I'm gonna mess something up here. All right, we're gonna do 2 more, and then I gotta fold. And I'm gonna have to turn off the music. Oh, I'm looking for a men's medium here. Yeah, what's this? Men's large. Men's medium. And I gotta take a leak anyways. And I want to find out why that's not, the music's not updating. Strange. But sometimes it doesn't even play at all, so. They are playing the Doors right now. I must not have tightened this up, did I? Why is this moving? Strange. All right. Enough messing with that. You'll be down to one shirt an hour. If you don't pay attention, you'll be even messing that up. So we're going to do these last two. I'll shut this down. And use the little boys' room and start it back up again when I do the folding. And then we will do the neck tags. I got 11 of the coat shirts I got to do. So I always put the neck tags on first. And then we will do all the fronts. And I already did all the hats. This gentleman was very particular. He specifically wanted patches. I'm not a big patch fan. See, this looks weird up this high, I think. I'm just going to lower that down slightly. Looks weird to me. Because it's so small. All right. One feature about this press that's really good, and that is James Brown, Hot Pants, Part 1. Where's he at? Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, eh. Huh. Huh. So I lowered that one a little bit. Oops. Huh. Oh, yeah. That means I think I got 11, or however many I have of those big ones for nothing. I didn't think something through here. Oh well. Maybe I'll try an upgraded one, getting full backs on the coach shirts. Might go for that. Since I already got the, see how this slips sometimes? No, that's not updating. Yeah. I I don't think he was a tall dude. Hot bits. Yeah. One more. I got a lot of t-shirt folding and bagging. I know a lot of people probably think that bagging and folding your shirts is ridiculous. A lot of people just put them in a box, but I don't know. I just hand it out to the kids. Oh, that's not good. That is the problem with having long hair. One of my hairs got stuck in the... What do you do with that? Shoot. It's literally underneath the DTF ink. So you can't pull it out. It's not like vinyl. I'm going to have to get the old sewing scissors out. Sewing scissors. Sewing scissors out. Try and cut my hair out of that. That's weird. Might have to wear a hairnet. All right. Let's not mess this last shirt up. Now I don't know. This is an adult large, so this might look a little strange, having that tiny little print on there. But I'm just not going to do that to a bigger kid. No way. I might put it down a little bit more. I just don't want it to stand out. Like, I don't know if this is a taller kid or what. I don't know who this is for. I know one thing. I better use that more often because I don't want my hair stuck in there anymore. I have no idea how I'm going to get that out. I hope this doesn't look ridiculous. But if, like, that one doesn't look too bad, the medium. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. Did I press that? I can't remember if I don't think I pressed it. Huh. Every shirt has to be pre-pressed, and I almost messed up. Probably messed up a few of these other ones too, who knows. Yeah, it never ever came back. The list. Look how much lint. The last one. Cool that bad boy off. Could press. I'll just press it like this for the second press. Okay, I'll do this last press and then I'll be back to do the folding. Now figure out what's going on with that radio thing. Ah, I've seen these guys live. Stampeders. Sweet City Woman, Stampeders. City Nights. City Nights. Yes, so yeah. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna shut you guys off and go use the little boys' room and have a smoke.